Ignorance killer. Undoubtedly, the pace of life is so fast, and this world has witnessed a lot of dramatic and complicated changes. If you look closely at the core of this world, you may infer that it's hard to keep up with these changes if you don't understand what's going on. If you want to reach that high level of critical thinking, you have to hold one key. And you should use it wisely and intelligently to understand life better, enhance yourself interminably, and leave a precious and priceless heritage before you say farewell. You may wonder what that key is, and definitely are willing to keep it with you at all times to help you unlock all doors you may face and to break all barriers you may encounter throughout your life to broaden the horizons of your thinking skills and shape your opulent future. Don't worry, that key is available 24/7, but unfortunately it's rarely used. You know what that key is? It's reading, reading, reading. In fact, reading is the master skill, the cornerstone, and the fundamental base of all skills listening, speaking, and writing. Knowingly, the inquisitive reader is a positive listener, an eloquent speaker, and a creative writer. So, everybody, particularly young students at schools, should concern over reading. There are a lot of poison offered to us as if it were a jar of unadulterated honey served on a silver plate. It's noticed vividly that a lot of weeds are overgrowing on the walls of our minds by social media networks. Surely, many of these sites let us get immersed in frivolous and fruitless topics to keep us in a dark, tiny shell, stumbling here and there until we die. To put an end to this confusion, take care of your mind and try to filter every input you get. When you make an unbreakable relationship between you and the book, you start living a meaningful life and you begin seeing it from another dimension. When you feel that reading a book is as thrilling as watching an action movie, maybe more, then and only then you'll reach out the world to the greats who have always read day and night to make this world better, more convenient, and more peaceful. Give it a try. And you should start now before it's too late. Eventually, if you make a gap between you and the book, the true friend that's worth its weight in gold, your life will be miserable, terrible, scary, and full of ignorance, wickedness, emptiness, and failure. Now there is a very big question. How does reading books help me improve myself? It's such a good question. Have you ever seen a soldier going to a battle without guns? The answer inevitably is known. Your eternal enemy is ignorance, and your sharp weapon is knowledge. Consequently, knowledge cannot be acquired without reading. My dear brothers, all of your friends around you will turn to ashes in the future, and you will come back to strengthen the poor relationship with the book to draw a very crucial conclusion. There is no friend wiser, better, more authentic, more inspirational, more motivational, and more loyal than the book. Reading books feeds your brain, your soul, and even your body to get out of the comfort zone into the courage zone to see the light of a creativity, to breathe the freedom and enjoy the breeze of a greatness. Eventually, you'll know how to talk, how to walk, how to think, how to keep walking on the path of history makers. Your confidence tank will be full since you are such a rich person mentally, physically, and spiritually. You'll be a kingdom in one man, full of wonders that never end. Surely, you are eager to live these euphoric moments, I promise you, to harvest what you sow. But you should be strong enough, patient enough, determined enough to reach the highest peak of the magnificent world I have talked to you about. Now, we should answer this controversial question. What's the best method for reading? Actually, we raise a very controversial question this way. There is no one definite answer for this question, yet I think that the best and the most effective way of reading, particularly literature, is close reading. It's easily inferred that close reading means that you have to be very close to what you read. Most of students read books and stories as if they read a newspaper. It's ineffective, and using this poor and primitive way, you sabotage the excitement you can get out of reading. To read it closely, you must read what behind the words, using all of your feelings, all of your emotions, and all of your sensations. You should hear, taste, smell, visualize, and feel until you feel that you are an integral part of the book you read. You may find that challenging at first, yet absolutely over time you will see the desirable results you have always looked for. Furthermore, you should make sure that you sit at a quiet place to use the most out of your concentration to analyze better, understand more deeply, and live the experience to the fullest. On the flip side, never forget to relate what you read to your day to day experiences. Undoubtedly, this is one of the most efficient ways to assimilate most of the books you read. What good is reading these books if they are not backed up by action? As a result, you change the words you read from the theoretical side into the practical side. This way, you feel that all books you read beat non-stop in every single walk of your life, and then it will be hard to forget the great themes you get out of the books or the short stories you read. My dear friend, I'd like just to tell you that this is only the introduction of my long article. I'm going to explain in detail in the future as soon as possible, inshallah. Thanks a lot for your attentive listening, and I hope that you will get a lot of benefits from this simple introduction. Thanks a lot.